No, Zach, I really think the problem isn't that I won't put it in my butt. I think the problem is that you are making a big deal about putting it in yours. Wait, oh. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Flipping Out podcast. I am your host, Chris, with Flip the World. Um, Sorry about that little intro. I was talking with my engineer, Zach, filling in today for Darren. Hopefully, everybody is having a great freaking day. Oh, my goodness. It is fudging hot in Houston, Texas. Got up this morning. Tuesdays are our day off. Yes, I do have a sweat towel because that's how freaking hot it is in Houston, Texas. Got up this morning. We hit the gym. Got a good workout in, which is something that I don't think resellers, I don't think people in general really work on. They don't put a lot of effort into actually staying alive. So I guess we're all just pretty much planning to die. But yeah, got a good workout in. We did chest, back, and shoulders, a little bit of triceps, and had a nice little meal afterwards. In fact, is it like, no, that's not pepper, is it? That's not. No, that's not pepper. Seeing people popping into the chat. A lot of topics today. A lot of stuff that I'm sure we won't get to. We're supposed to have a guest, but you know how it is when you don't have a job. You forget to you forget things because you don't have that routine schedule. You don't have that routine schedule of wake up, brush teeth, eat breakfast, drink coffee, go to work, clock in, sit down. You just once you quit your job, you forget all that, and then you're like, oh, I can do whatever I want because I have unlimited time. You have the same amount of time. You just have to manage it yourself. So when you have a job, you're used to everyone managing that time for you. And I think when you become a self-employed or an entrepreneur, you kind of got to grab that bull by the horns, or time will literally eat you alive. So we do have somebody coming on today. I wouldn't say he's the world's best reseller, but he is a reseller. And big or small, we talk to them all. That is copyright. Go ahead and, hey, Zach, go ahead and clip that. That was beautiful. Big or small, we talk to them all. That's how I met your mom. She's a great lady. Let's talk about some people in the chat here. We got Will, aka Stacy number 2. As always, we got Stacy making sure everybody's being polite and nobody's flirting with me. We got Laugh at Life. What's going on? The Flipper Dude. I'd flip that. What's going on? I'd flip that. We will definitely make him talk about that. Guys, don't worry about if you're watching this and not listening. That is a sweat towel. Very different from a sex towel. It is a sweat towel. Big difference, okay? What's up, Alicia? And let's get right into it. I got my show notes here on my phone. Guys, I use my notes on my phone for everything. So let's just talk about the big old elephant in the room. And, I'm not talking about your grandmother. I'm talking about threads. Are we all done? Are we all sick and tired of seeing and reading and hearing about mother effing threads? We get it. It's Twitter. Instagram literally has the word gram in it because it's supposed to be where you go and post all of your cocaine photos. But no, seriously, Instagram was started as just where you could document. It was like literally a photo album, a virtual photo album. You could put your photos, and then they added videos, and then they added stories, and people lost their minds because they're like, oh my God, I just wanted to post pictures. Now all they care about is stories and videos. Well, now they care about words. So now every day in my Instagram stories, I'm having to click past people that are writing blog posts on threads that are automatically linking it to their Instagram. So you like photos, you like videos, you like writing. It sounds like you like MySpace or you like Facebook. So why don't you go stay on there and write all that crap? I don't care about your thoughts. I want to see your videos and your photos. So 100 million subscribers, new subscribers in 5 days, compared to 467 million subscribers on Twitter. And let's just talk about the reality. That's 567 million people. I'm sure that 100 million of the 467 also have a Twitter account. So let's just say it's 367 million people, with 100 million having both apps. Out of that 367 million people that have these apps, there's probably 100, not 100 million. There's probably 100 people that actually are writing stuff that is worthy of anyone reading. Most of the people on there are like, I had a salad yesterday and I think there was a little bit too much dressing. Ha 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 ha. Like, no one cares. No one cares. Write that in your journal. Dear diary, I'm a loser. Salad is spicy. Move on. No one cares. Sorry, that was my big rant about threads. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but now you know how I feel about it. And since it's my show, you had to listen. Why is it that the reselling? Oh, I'm going to save this one for when Dave's on. If you guys don't know, ADHDave is going to be the guest today. Eventually, he's currently on a live right now. He's doing a podcast or some little thingamajabber today. Idle hands. So he's got to keep himself activated. He's doing all this YouTube podcast videos, shorts and stuff. But what I don't hear him doing is actually listing stuff to sell. So let's hashtag too much dressing. Put that on a t-shirt. You guys know I will. I am the king of merch. But let's talk about comedy. As you know, I love comedy. Tom Segura has a new Netflix special called Sledgehammer. I don't get paid by Tom Segura. I should, because I look like his co-host on Two Bears, One Cave, except I don't have a drinking problem. And I'm probably not as funny. Bert's pretty funny. But he has a brand new Netflix special called Sledgehammer, and it is awesome. It is awesome. So make sure you check that out. I'm always pro comedian on any stream, especially if they're good. Whatnot has done a shipping adjustment. If you have not noticed, Whatnot is now allowing 5 free adjustments. They'll let you change the weight after the fact 5 times, and then they'll start deducting the difference from your balance. So you get 5 goofsies. I think it's 5 goofsies a week. You get 5 goopsies a week, and then they start deducting it from your balance. And honestly, we've been selling on there for over a year, and we've never had one oopsies. So I don't understand how people are having so much trouble with the shipping. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. All I can say is, if you are somebody that can't figure out the weight of stuff, maybe take one of those little kitchen scales. Just carry it with you, especially if you do lives not from your home. Like if you're selling on Whatnot from your house, you should be able to weigh everything before you enter it in to start your stream. So there should be no oopsies or goopsies, whatever I said. Who knows? Words are fun. But if you're selling on the fly, like we do, live from the bins or live from the shopping mall or live from prison, wherever you want to do it. I'm probably, if we have a layover on our way to FlipCon, I'm going to have stuff in my bag, my carry-on bag. I will literally do a live while I'm sitting in the airport, because I cannot stand sitting in the airport waiting for my flight around people that I'm going to be crammed into a sardine can with. So I might just post up and go live on Whatnot from the airport, maybe from the urinal. They have a really good acoustics in the stalls. I know, because every time I use the bathroom at an airport, I can hear every single dude take a shit. It echoes. So look out for that in August. But yeah, so they get 5 free oopsies, and then you start getting charged, which you should be. I think 5 slaps on the wrist is enough to where you guys can figure it out. So if you are having trouble with figuring out your shipping on Whatnot, I'd say DM me. Maybe I can try and figure out, what wall you keep running your head into that is making you a waterhead. I mean, I don't know what to say. Message me. We'll see if I respond. I'm usually pretty good at responding. I'm not on that level where I have so many people DMing me that I cannot respond. And should I ever get to a point where I have so many people that I can't respond to your DMs, I will literally take an entire day and respond to everybody. People first. I'm going to save that topic for when Dave's on. And you know what? Sometimes when you look at the end of the rainbow, you find the leprechaun. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it.
The leprechaun?
Hey!
What was that, a short reference there? The leprechaun?
No, are you drinking Bud Light already, bro? Jesus.
Zevia.
Oh, that has a horrible aftertaste.
It does, but you know what? I think you get used to it. I'm kind of getting there. I'm kind of getting to the used to the aftertaste thing on this stuff.
Have you had the root beer one?
I haven't had the root beer.
It's an abomination. Do not try it. The aftertaste is so bad.
I'm sorry I'm late to your show. I was on the reseller information show. So.
Well, what information did you resell?
Dude, I sold a lot of information to them. I tried to do all types of ads for Kevin. I hope he's proud of me. I don't know. We'll see.
Were you promoting that hut that he...
Yeah, Hub.
What is it?
It's something Hub.
Okay. As long as we're not talking about lists perfectly on this show, we're great.
No, we're Vendu Show here. We're Vendu Show.
Okay, I'll let you do it. I don't have any sponsors this month, so I'll let you just promote whatever you want.
Yeah, you have a lot of ads on a show with very few viewers. I'm not really sure how you're locking that in. Are you looking to sign sign up as an agent? Because I'm needing someone to sell some bits for my podcast.
Well, I mean, I will totally show myself out if you want me to promote yourself.
Give me some ad deals.
Okay.
I want you to get me ad deals. I don't want to pay you to advertise me. I want you to get out there. Get us some sponsorships, for the Trash to Cash podcast.
Well, I can do that. I'll tell you exactly how I was able to start getting some of these. I reached out to Mr. Tornado, and I said,
the Tornado.
And I said, hey, I know you pay somebody to get you deals.
Yes.
Send me his info, and he did. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've talked to that guy. I actually fired that guy because he got me no deals. Did he
what was his name?
You deals? Zach?
Yeah, I was about to say Zach.
Zach got you deals?
Which is funny because Zach's also my engineer for the day because Darren's out.
Zach, the different Zach.
Different Zach, yeah. Just
okay. The Canadian guy named Zach is not coming down to run this show, I don't think.
YouTube Premium, no ads. I don't know what that means, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen of my tiny viewing, this is Dave, ADHDave.
I am, and I would have been a little bit sooner, but the urination sensation was strong, and I had to take care of it.
Sometimes you got to do it.
You got to go. I didn't wash my hands though because I wanted to get here quick.
Well, hey, I don't know what you've done today, but it's clean.
No, it's not. I listed a bunch of golf clubs that were quite filthy.
Clean.
Yeah, but actually, I have these little things here. Are these sanitizing? Probably not. We'll pretend they kind of smell like a baby's butt. Well, I mean, I'm not sniffing baby butts, but
I mean, it's your keyboard, it's your microphone.
Yeah, does anyone else on there?
Anyone else touch any of that stuff?
Dude, you ever see those like TikToks where people go and test for bacteria at like movie theaters and stuff? It's like so disgusting.
Like I already don't like going places, and then you see that.
Yeah.
Like anytime, the ones that usually get me are when people go places with the black light.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, why is that fluid even in here? This is what?
Yeah. Yeah, and why are they saying YouTube Premium no ads? What are your people talking about here?
Oh,
Prime Day, so gross. Crystal said so gross. Yeah, I mean, my whole point was if they were to do it to this keyboard, they'd go viral with all the nastiness.
No, they'd get a viral infection.
Yes, that's right.
Will was saying he pays $15 a month so he doesn't get ads, so he doesn't want to see any ads on a podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, sucks for you, Will.
Because
this bit has been brought to you by McDonald's. Have you tried their Beyond Burger? It's all that Chris will eat. Do you like Beyond Burgers?
I do. Okay. I prefer Impossible.
Okay. They're different.
Not because it bleeds, because I think that's horrible. I don't understand that gimmick.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. They put beet juice in it.
Have you seen that? I'm sure people have sent you the bit from Parks and Rec where Ron Swanson goes against Chris Traeger. Where he goes against Chris Traeger and like Chris is like, this is the Beyond Meat, blah, 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 like all this fancy artisanal burger. And everyone tries like, oh, it's pretty good. And Ron's like, here's mine. It's meat with ketchup. And everyone eats like, oh, that's better.
Dude, Ron Swanson is low key one of my heroes.
So awesome,
from TV. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite characters. I think he's I put him above Dwight, and I'm a huge Office fan.
Yeah, that Flipper dude says Beyond and Impossible are both alright. I've never tried either one, so maybe one day. Is it no? Like seriously, let's pretend you had no qualms or health concerns with meat. Would you really choose a Beyond or Impossible burger if there was no health implications at all, just based on taste?
I mean, at this point, it's been so long since I've had the real thing that I wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't even remember. Okay,
like I can't even remember. 20 years ago is a long time to remember. So,
yeah, Dave, you not wasting your hands is why I only put my kids in shopping carts with a cart cover. Peanut germs. Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute, because I don't really think there needs to be a lot of personal touching when urinating as a man. Or any personal touching, to be honest with you. There is some ways you can move your body so that your hands do not touch anything except, and not even the door handle, because usually you kick the door open, at least I do. If I'm going to a public restroom in my house, the door stays open until I shut it with my foot. So, there's really no hand involvement in urinating for a man.
And
honestly,
this is
what the show's about, right?
Whatever. And honestly, I mean, if we're just being honest here, other than our home, which is our home, so it's a little different. If you're out in the wild, you're not really concentrating on aim anyway. You're everywhere.
Well, a lot of times in the wild is where I do wash my hands, because that's where you're touching the disgusting door, maybe, or a lot of times but when you're in the comfort of your own home and you just washed your hands an hour ago, and I don't always wash after something like that. So I'm a monster, basically.
It's your home.
It's my home.
That's your safe space. You shouldn't.
I also pee right on my hands, which is a sanitary thing. It's like rubbing alcohol.
It's like preventative in case you happen to get stung by a jelly bee.
Exactly.
Jelly bee.
No, a jelly bee. This I want to see a jelly bee. Can someone Photoshop that, like a little bee half jellyfish? And also Zach, I want to see the love story that created this creature.
Yeah, Zach, clip that.
Clip it, Zach. Clip it. The jelly bee.
Impossible, way better than Beyond. Yeah, I think Impossible taste-wise is better. Now, here's the question that people are messaging me about quite often right now, is the FDA has approved lab-grown chicken.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That is 100% lab-grown meat. Therefore, no animals were killed. Therefore, it is technically vegan-friendly.
Huh.
So everybody is asking me, like, will you try it? Where's your morals? And I'm like, well, I have no morals. I think that's clear.
We all understood that about you.
I mean, I'm sure I'll try it. I don't know if it's...
Are you weirdly obsessed with Toy Story, by the way? I just noticed your logo looks like Toy Story. You bought Lotso Huggin' Bears. I'm a little slow on the uptake, but I'm starting to put it all together.
Yeah. So I like Ninja Turtles. I like Toy Story. I like The Simpsons. Oh, speaking of, check this out. Got this yesterday at the bins. The Simpsons 1991 3D chess.
Oh, look at you. Are you getting high on your own supply from the bins, bro?
Literally,
is that what's happening here?
26 pieces were missing. I dug until I found all but 2. And then I ordered those 2 on eBay yesterday for $8 free shipping. Thank you for accepting my offer.
$8 each?
No, $8 total with free shipping for 2 pieces.
Okay, killing it. Nice.
So now I will have the complete 91 chess set that I absolutely don't need. It'll go on my wall somewhere.
Leslie is not a fan. I'm kind of grossed out by the meat. You know what? Honestly, call me a conspiracy theorist, but I just feel like they could sneak some nasty stuff into, lab-grown meat. Kind of creeps me out a little bit. Like a chicken, I can go cut its head off and I can just cook it. Right? Yeah. It just is what it is. Like, what is in this lab-grown chicken? It's kind of weird to me.
Did you get vaccinated?
Whoa, that's the topic we don't talk about on this show.
I'm just saying, if you're worried about what's in the fake meat, what's in the needle? Because I know what's in my needle. Heroin.
Yeah. Well, you also smoke crack. There's too.
That is what makes me a different reseller than everyone else.
Not a lot of good things have come from labs recently, says Leslie.
Oh, yeah, and Jurassic Park. I have lots of Jurassic Park stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, they have a tribute store for Jurassic Park at Universal Studios right now. Oh, it's so cool. Did you see my picture of my kids in there?
I did, and I was like, Stacy, why do we have kids? Let's just go by ourselves.
Well, that's the problem with having 15 kids, bro. It's going to get expensive for you. And I know you technically only have 8 in the house.
Yeah.
But, the other ones.
Well, what we do is we just pick which ones we love the least and we leave them home.
What's your oldest one? How old?
22.
And your youngest?
3.
What's wrong with you? Like what? Like seriously?
Everything. So So Stacy's half Hispanic, so I mean that covers the pro Catholic.
Are you anti prophylactic?
Yes.
Okay. Like
100%.
all forms of birth control. Like, what about pulling out?
Not pull out. I mean, 8 kids pull
Just
out.
Pull out okay.
Pretty weak. Pretty weak.
You're just bad at it. Okay.
Not something I ever practiced properly. I'm pro pushing downstairs. No.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well.
Let me see. Everybody's like, okay. Yeah, no subject.
Everyone had to know that me on your show was a bad recipe.
No, see, I've been telling people that this is what I need. I need a co-host that can keep up, because I've had some that are just like lol, and I'm like, I don't want to carry the show. But I did have 2 things that I wrote down that once I knew you were going to do this. Well, no, I just wanted to. These are things that I was going to talk about anyway.
I'm ready.
So the first one is, you're not the only person that has recently walked away from their longtime job to become a full-time reseller content creator.
Yeah.
The Art of Resell put in his 2 weeks notice.
Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you something. He was messaging me that whole night that he wanted to do it. I said, dude, just do it. Because here's the thing, is Art didn't even have a good job. No offense, Art. But his job was crap. Like, literally, he was just like a valet guy at a casino hotel. How many valet guy jobs are available at a casino in Vegas? It's not a hard to get job.
Yeah.
It's not something that he can't replace. Like, to me, and that's what I told him. I said, dude, you're working like 2 days a week, right? And you don't want to do it. And every time you do it, you're miserable. And that's kind of where I got to with my day job. Every time I clocked in, I was like, why am I doing this? Like, my time is so valuable to me, and I could be doing something so much better with my time. And I'm sitting here in a Zoom call where no one really wants to hear my opinion anymore.
Yeah.
Right? They just want me to sit there and be a good little robot and take my tasks and go off and do them. Right? And that's what it's become. That's my day job at this point. And I'm just miserable every second of the day. And I told Art, I said, dude, you need to just get out. Like, what are you doing? Buy insurance, right? Everyone's scared of insurance. Just buy some freaking insurance. It's not that hard. You just buy it.
And so so you guys are both you're quitting your jobs, and you're on the polar opposites of the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
He has a job that is pretty much you could just walk in, apply, and get.
Yes.
And you had like a skilled job that, should what you're doing right now, you're pursuing the reselling content, should it not work, you could always probably get back into that industry.
I think I could get back into it, and this is going to be a bombshell I drop on your show right now, because I like to provide a bombshell on each show. I don't know if I could get right back in at $150K salary. That's what I don't know. Yeah. And that's what I walked away from, which is mind-boggling.
I shouldn't have to tell you to clip that.
To like everyone.
You got that, right? Like when he said bombshell, you should have started writing his time down. Okay, Zach? Jesus.
But that's what I did, because honestly, at the end of the day, and I'm not making that much with reselling and content, not even combined, I'm not making that much. But I want to be happy. I want to enjoy my life, and it's not all about money. My kids are growing, dude. 15, 13, and 9, like 10 years, and they're all moved out. Yeah. They're all like not interested in me at all anymore. And it's like, yeah, cool, I made a bunch of money for all those years. But you know what I learned making a lot of money is you spend a lot of money.
Always.
Right? You spend what you make. And it doesn't make you any happier. You're just now making more money and spending more money, but none of that buys joy. None of that buys peace. None of that buys fulfillment. So you're literally just in the rat race at that point. And you increase your expenses, and then all of a sudden you still feel poor when you're making an insane salary. And that's kind of where I got, and I was just like, this is not fulfilling. Like, I'm going to do this for another 30 to 40 years, and I'm going to look back and say, what did I do with my life? Like, I worked for someone else, making someone else. I missed my kids. I missed time with my family. And so I took a huge, ginormous pay cut to leave my day job, and it's going to be interesting. My family's going to have to adjust big time, but I think we're ready for it. We've been preparing for it. And I think, we'll see what happens.
Well, it's super cliche because, the million, .com probably has said this before, but your kids aren't going to remember how much money you made. They're going to remember if you were there or not, Yeah. And, we took that step back and was like, oh, cool. We don't miss recitals. We don't miss sporting events. We don't miss any of that stuff. Even if I want to, like, I
had to miss 3 of my daughter's gymnastics things this year. And I was like, I don't want to keep missing these. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to miss them. I only get one chance at this, at being dad and being there. And it's like, she's 13 now, right? Like, you can't just keep missing it. And so for me, it was just, it was a crazy hard decision, because it's almost impossible for anyone to walk away from a job like that. And what'll happen in the standard workforce is they're going to pay you just enough so that you won't leave.
Yeah.
Right. And I was adding a ton of value to that company. I was easily adding millions in revenue a year because I was helping design the products, bring the products to life, things like that. And, generating millions, and they're going to pay me as much as it takes for me to not walk out the door. There were several times where I was almost walking out the door and they're like, oh, we'll give you a little more. We'll give you a little more. But it was never enough to really own my destiny, own my future, or really even save up enough to retire comfortably one day. And at the end of the day, like, I'm putting in hours and hours and hours of work to make someone else rich. Yep. And I don't want to do that anymore. If I'm going to put in hours and hours of work, if I'm going to work 60 hours a week, I'm going to do it for me and my family. I'm not going to do it for some Silicon fat cat, as they like to call them, Silicon Valley fat cats. Although the company was based in Europe. But you get my point, right? I was done with it. And we'll see. I think I'm about to make a lot less money, but I think I'm okay with it, is basically where I'm at. And so, again, it's different with art. Now, Art was making a nice living too, but it was something that he can easily replace. I don't know if I can replace it with the same type of income, the same type of company. It's not that easy, but I do think, because it was in the entertainment industry, as far as like equipment for cameras and things like that, I think that I can say, hey, if everything went horribly with reselling and content creation, I could say, hey, I took 5 years off to be a content creator. You sell products to content creators, bring me in and I'll advise you how to make products for people like me. Perfect. So I think there is a way for me to get back in if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I want to be my own boss.
Good. No, yeah, what it was for me is I'd already moved up in the company that I was working for, and the owner literally sat me down. He brought his 2 sons into the business, put them in positions above me with no training or experience in the field. One was a screenwriter in LA, and the other was an attorney, and he brought them into a pest control company to manage it.
Yeah.
With no experience in that. Basically sat me down and told me, they're coming in and you are at the highest position you will ever reach at this company. I was 29. 29.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I just got told that was my life. Like, you will never go above where you are right now. I'm like, well, I've already achieved it at 29. All right. After that, it was, I think I made it 10 months.
There was like no chance for me to ever earn more, really. Maybe like a 0.5% annual raise for the next 30 years. But that was it. Like, I was at the top of the pyramid. There was nowhere to go for me. And it's like, do I want to do this for 30 more years?
Do I want to keep making millions and not getting any? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't million. I mean, it's just, you get my point.
No, making them millions and not getting
exactly.
Like a kickback.
And never getting anything beyond that. It's predefined amount, which was great money. And I'm super grateful to the company. I really am.
For sure.
And I learned a ton there, and I grew a ton there, but at the end of the day, like, it's not what I'm passionate about.
Well, yeah, and again, it's not the company's fault. All businesses are run to keep you just there long enough to not quit. I'd flip that one.
It's telling that when I talked to some of my coworkers, they said, congrats, man, you did it. You escaped. How many people are thinking that in their day job right now? How do I escape?
Yeah.
Right? How do I get free from this trap that I'm in? Because it really is a trap. I'm not trying to be like a socialist over here or anything like that. But it is, the workplace can become a hamster wheel, a rat race, a trap, Yeah,
especially if it's not something that you like wake up passionate about every single day.
Yeah.
I know people that, like my father was a nurse for 50 years. He was an RN.
A nurse flipper?
Yeah, he's an RN for 50 years, and that's what he wanted to do. And then once they started changing it to more computer diagnostic versus like human interaction, he lost the passion for it. Like, we'll just plug you up to this machine and it'll tell us what's wrong with you. And there wasn't a human element to I'm actually helping.
Well,
someone.
And he was into leaching as well. Once they took that ability away, it's like
snake venom solves everything, guys. Just so you know, snake venom solves anything. I'd flip that. It says you're going to be on their reseller game show.
I am, and this is just like all these lives and these shows are a horrible use of my newly found time. What do we got? 10 people in this live? I mean, I don't know why I'm here.
I don't either. I sent you the link. I'm like, he's not going to join.
I was on the Reseller Information Network. I mean, I don't know. I think it's, you guys have all provided me with entertainment for a long time. So I thought, now that I have a little more spare time, I should give back to
Oh,
the
this is your
community.
tithing.
This
Yeah.
is I'm tithing my time
You're like, okay,
to
where's the bottom rung of
Chris.
society in the reseller community? Let me go ahead. You can have an hour today, sir.
Yeah,
Kiss the rings.
exactly.
Awesome. That's
What is
perfect.
this? What is this? Who's your competitor? Leslie asked. What I maybe ADHD'd and missed what we were
Oh,
talking
probably
about
talking
there.
about what business? Maybe like your job, like your
Oh,
company. Like go work for your competitor. Their
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
competition.
yeah, yeah. You could do that. What's 24 mean, Stacey Ann? The show
Oh, that's how many
24.
were here. Somebody left because she said that. So
Oh, the last. Oh, I was just making up how many people were here. I don't know.
yeah, no. Yeah, no, we don't
22. Hit the thumbs up.
we don't
There
pull
you go.
big numbers here, but we're all about entertaining,
No, I think it's fine. I think it's a good
Um
show. I listen to it every week that I listen to it.
I like to just put stuff on while I'm packing. I don't need to watch it. I kind of just all I honestly, and I think almost most like resellers that have been around a long time, they don't really watch a lot of reselling content.
They listen to it.
They'll listen to like the people they want to, hey, I want to give you my views, my thumbs up. I'll drop a comment, but for the most part, I'm not going to watch somebody teach somebody how to resell.
Well, okay, but there's a different take on that. I think they listen to the people who they want to basically feel like are their friends.
Yeah,
Right? Like they're
or
looking for
support.
companionship, right? In a sense, because it is a lonely side hustle or full time job is
Sure.
this reselling thing. And I think like if they feel like they gel with you in person, they'll put you on and be like, oh, it's kind of like Dave is with me or Chris is with me while I pack these orders. I'm not just sitting here alone. Because especially if you like have no one else in your family who's interested. Stacy's pretty interested in reselling and things like that.
Yeah.
In my house, Tina could care less, and I don't blame her. Right? Not everyone's interested in it, but she's just not interested in reselling. She'll sit out here and do whatnots with me, but she's not overly interested in picking or flipping or anything like that. And so it's nice to have people who you can just hear talking about, oh, this is my find, this is where I sold it, this is how much I sold it for, this is something you should look out for. I think there's like a sense of companionship people have in things like that, and you don't need to look at them, even though Chris is shirtless right now, guys. Maybe you should look. But yeah, you don't need to see it. You can just listen.
So usually I'm packing orders. I have a podcast on. It's either a comedy or it's or one of the reselling. But I will tell you, the last Trash to Cash, this was not the one that just came out, talking about profanity or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I saw the thing before I got on here, but the one before that, I'm packing something and you guys are talking, and then Kevin starts talking, and I don't know where this came from, but in my brain I was just like, God, shut up. And I don't even know what he was talking about, but in my head it just annoyed me, and it's like he doesn't even talk that much on the show, but whatever he said in that moment, my brain was just like,
did I at least yell at him?
Yeah,
Usually I yell at him when that sort of thing happens. Like, all right, that's enough.
I think it was when I think Carrie froze, and so Kevin started talking more because Carrie was like frozen
Okay.
or something, but I don't know. Kevin's great too. I feel like everybo's like, oh,
I get it. You hate the Commonwealth picker. I got you.
Mean on Kevin, but it's like I don't know what it was. I can't even tell you what he said, but in that moment I was like, oh, which is why I love that show. The other question I had, which ties into this, is why is it in the reselling community is super supportive until you reach a certain level, and then all of a sudden you just see, I don't know, like knives. People start talking. You hear rumblings of things. Yeah,
Who's got knives? Who's got knives? Well, you don't bring knives to lives, bro. I always like to have a knife when I'm on a live because you never know who's going to come at you. Actually, it is my weird, like, when you have ADHD, you always have to be moving. And so I always am flipping a knife, like, on lives and stuff. You just don't always see it. But
you just hear it.
Yeah, every now and then if you hear something like that, you'll know what I'm doing now that I said it. No, I mean, I don't think that's true. I think it's true for a couple people, and I just talked about him on Reseller Information Network, but Tommy Bernard, he hates people who make money any way other than reselling sneakers, or seems to imply so. I don't want to put that over him as that, and I think he's a funny guy, actually, and I like him still, but I know he doesn't like me because I started making money on YouTube, and I did an ad deal and things like that. I don't get it. I mean, to me, it's always like, every reseller should understand hustle. Anyone who can hustle to make money in any way possible is the same wavelength as any reseller, right? So when you do 18 commercials on this sucky podcast no one's listening to, I'm like, nice. Good job, bro.
That's what I saw. I was like, hey, guys, take 15 seconds to listen to this so I can get paid.
Yeah.
All support.
Yeah.
No, do you think, I was going to ask you especially about Mr. Bernard, do you think that he's kind of just fed into that role because it's been talked about so much that he's like a curmudgeon? Do you think he just amps it up a little bit because he's like, everybody already portrays me as this?
I would hope so, because otherwise he literally is just saying the same thing in every podcast and every live in the world all the time for fun, and like that seems like crazy. I think he just wants to be a supervillain. Like I mean,
that's what I think.
He's like a comic book villain, right? And it's like it's for fun. I don't think it's really that he's that upset about it. No one's that upset about one. Maybe he is. I'd be shocked if he really is that upset about it, that he has to go on every live and talk about Kevin's affiliate links or like what's his name's old school picker selling spots in his shed or whatever, right? Like Tommy's complaining about that stuff all the time. If he really cares that much, it's just a waste of time to care that much about something like that. Life is too short.
Yeah, I was introduced
on stuff like that.
I was introduced to him on Joey, back when Joey and Drew had their lives. He was always in. I'm just like, who is this guy?
Who's just talking trash about everyone constantly.
Yeah.
It's an adult fidget spinner, Crystal. That's right. Yeah. It's my adult fidget spinner. And it's like dangerously sharp too. I really shouldn't be playing with this one because of how sharp it is. Like I like to screw around with like not sharp knives. It's dangerous.
So if we ever see like a podcast or a video and you've got like band-aids all over your fingers, we'll know.
I have this too. It's this Sharpie where if I push this and then go like that, this is super satisfying too but it's a little louder, which is why
you guys, not only are we talking about reselling in life, but we do bring mental issues.
ADHD therapeutics.
This is why fidget spinners and stuff like that were created. It wasn't for your kid to put them all over the house.
Yeah, and here's another trick, right? So if I put my legs on the ground, I shake them, right? I do
you can't see right now. My legs are shaking.
So
100%.
I have to sit like kind of, I think they call it crisscross applesauce now. You're not allowed to call it anything else. But I have to sit that way so I don't do that, because otherwise I'll shake my whole desk. I'll shake everything.
I'm shaking right now. I constantly shake. I'm horrible on airplanes because I can't sit there for the flight. But I don't want to get up and like walk up and down the aisle, because then everybody's gonna be like, oh.
I like to stand up on the airplane and just like stand near my seat. Like that helps me sometimes.
Do you purposely pick a seat in the back for that, or you don't care?
I just make sure I get the aisle, because I usually get up like 4 or 5 times in a flight. I can't just sit there for even like a 2-hour flight. I'll get up a couple times.
Dave is going to be going against Rod, picking and punching. So he was just on the Trash to Cash filling in for Kevin.
Yep. Hey, Reseller Information Network. Sorry we delayed the stream. He started without me, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, no delays at all. My show starts on time with or without guests.
Yeah, I dropped a good bombshell on there for content creators, so make sure you watch that episode. When's that episode air, Eric, if that's you? I'm assuming it's Eric. When's that episode air? Also, what's the deal with you flying out Saturday from FlipCon? You should have stayed a couple days.
Are you talking about after the first one?
Specifically, Chris.
After the first one?
Now, this coming August. Like, why are you flying out Saturday?
Because school starts and we have to get back. We have children that we have to make sure are going to school.
I thought you did homeschool.
No, I mean I wish, but I'm not smart enough for that.
Okay.
I just point at them and I go, "School's stupid. Just don't get kicked out."
Okay. So that they go to public school?
Yeah, everything they're teaching you can learn on your phone on Google.
There gets to be a point. Like my son, I mean, my high schooler is already smarter than me in many ways. He's brilliant, a brilliant kid, and like there is no reason for him to be in school. He's going to 10th, and it's just like why is he even in there? Like, he's not going to learn anything new.
Exactly.
At this point.
Yeah,
says Stacy.
Yeah, she could probably homeschool him, which would be awesome. I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but you guys got to go to the bins. You got to go sourcing.
Exactly. So that's the thing.
What is the number? Okay, yesterday you went live while you're in line because you need to hit your daily target. What was your daily target?
I think this month, because we have 4 days off, because we're actually taking 2 trips this month. We have to hit like $1,200 a day that we go live.
$1,200 a day.
Yeah,
that's a lot, dude. That's a lot.
I mean, yes, it sounds like a lot.
How many hours?
We're live from 11 to 2:30.
You make me do mental math. 3.5 hours.
Yes.
3.5. That's actually pretty. That's good money for 3.5 hours, honestly. Yeah.
And it's I don't want to like. I don't want to be that reseller. It's all like, oh, this is super easy. But
you seem like a real rock star flipper.
Hey, come on now. I have my hair, buddy. That's messed up.
Dude, my barber today kind of gave me a false widow's peak. He actually like cut back. It's like kind of at an angle. I don't know why he did that. But I feel like Carrie.
You're not greasy enough.
Yeah, I can get there one day.
Yeah. No, he always looks like he just had In-N-Out.
So I did a 2-hour 20-minute stream last night, and I brought in. Wait, okay, are you saying 1,200 pre-fees?
Yeah, 1,200 gross is the number.
1,200 gross. Okay, yeah. So what is? I was just looking at this on the resale. I think I said it was like 790 last night in 2.5 hours. So I maybe was on pace. Maybe could have hit 1,200 in 3.5 hours.
For sure. And was it just Plush last night?
Plush and toys, yeah.
That's
Plush
insane. That's insane. We sell Plush. I mean, you were there at the show yesterday. Plush for us we sold 2 large Squishmallows. I lotted them together.
Dude, Squishmallows don't do good for me.
$5 for both.
Squishmallows do not do good. And here's the thing, I've gotten to this point now because my kids love them so much. Like each kid has like, I don't know, Anna probably has 70, Elijah has 100. They've been trading a lot. They do like offers for each other's Squishmallows. They'll have like a whole economy of Squishmallow where they spend 3 hours doing trades. Like, you owe me 1 chore and $14 and you get these 7 Squishmallows. They're like constantly arbitraging their Squishmallows.
They've already learned barters.
I've got to the point now where I don't even sell them because I only get like $2 to $4 per squish on my streams, and it's like I'll just give them to them and they'll have so much fun with them that it's like, or I'll say, Elijah, make me a TikTok and I'll give you this Squishmallow, right? Because he can edit. I taught him to edit, so I can get him to make me a short for a Squishmallow, and it's like, yeah, that's a better deal for me. But honestly, Squishmallows are not what do well. Even like most modern plush don't do well. The stuff that does well is the vintage vibes, right? Home Alone, Rocco's Modern Life, that sort of stuff. I think, were you selling a Rocco's Modern Life piece the other day that did well?
Yep.
Yeah, and that was not even a good piece. It was like a dog toy, and you sold it
for
for $9.
I literally didn't know it squeaked until I started running it live.
And you sold for like $9, $10, and that's the kind of stuff that you'll do well selling on whatnot, right? And I'm trying to look, like, most of the stuff I'm selling is like vintage goodness, right? Like these ceramic Ninja Turtles that I got that some lady hand painted in the 90s. That's not a plush, but like that's the sort of stuff that I do better with. Now, I will buy things like newer plush Squishmallows as filler, right, that I expect to get $2 to $5
just to pick up the volume.
Yeah, just because I like the volume and I like to have a lot of unique, interesting things. But it has to be a character that resonates, right? Like if I ran a Squishmallow Lotso Huggin' Bear, you'd be bidding on it.
I would,
right? Because it's a specific character that you love. So I think there's also like, and I think you do this with your clothing auctions, you learn what your audience loves, right? Yeah. And so for you, there's probably like this one specific brand that you know is going to sell if Stacy finds it, right?
Correct.
Every time Stacy finds a silver tab shirt, you're going to get eBay value for it.
Yep.
And so you're always going to pick those. And for me, there's IPs that I will pay more. Our Real Monsters. I will pay you almost what it sells for on eBay if I can get an Our Real Monsters thing on my show, because I'm going to get over eBay value on it.
Nice.
Right?
But if
it's something like a generic bear, even if it's a nice bear, like what's it called? That one that like everyone's gunned. Right? Oh, it's a Gund, and a lot of old people think they're great. They're just not, right?
Or whatever.
And there's no one that's obsessed with them on my show, so I know I'm just going to get, maybe 30 to 40% of eBay value. But I think it's this law of averages. You sell so much that even though some stuff sold for cheap, some stuff sold for more, you end up leveling out and making a nice profit. I think you said, your 60% margins?
Yeah, like 56.7 is where we seem to average. First off, we got a hello from Brazil, so I think that's the first international I've ever had on my show. So that's
thank
all
you,
because
Josh.
Of you.
Josh said I look like a nice bear.
Oh, wait.
So I had someone comment on one of my cooking video called his username was Bear Lover, nice. And his comment was, "This guy would be so hot if it wasn't for his voice," about me. And I was like, almost. I almost got the bears into me, but not quite.
So I have, when I worked in an adult viewing store, I generated a large following from the bear community.
Okay.
And then when I worked in a home, basically we called people that couldn't pay their mortgage and told them we were going to take their house. So when I did mortgage collection.
Sorry, Josh will be buying your home for $20.
Yeah. When I used to do the, basically like house repo, I worked with nothing but black women because they're like very aggressive on the phone. It worked very well. And so they are also very into me. So bears. And so Stacy's got two groups that she has to watch out for. because they love the hair and the.
I'm sure she's shaking in her boots. Josh said he's getting the messages from bear lovers too. Yeah, I just don't have the voice for it, Josh.
Well, that's my
voice, because I have I've got the voice of a taut preteen boy and the body of a bear, so it just doesn't work.
Well, that's why I just listen to your podcast and I don't watch.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Now, one of those bear messages that Josh gets is my secret account.
Yeah.
I just love trolling him with it.
Josh the bear lover. Look, smoke cigars and work out at the same time deepens your voice.
That's that Arnold. That's that Arnold workout.
Yeah.
He's always smoking cigars outside while working out in Venice Beach.
Do you love clothes? Like, do you love selling clothing? Does it bring you joy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I never thought it would, because I rotate through the same 10 shirts personally. I've always done this. You hear about like Elon Musk and Zuckerberg and all those extremely wealthy people. They just buy like 5 plain t-shirts and then 5 pair of pants, and that's just all they wear. That's their uniform. I buy the same shorts. I have 5 pair of the same shorts, same color, same size, everything. And then I just rotate through like 10 t-shirts.
Dude, you know what kills me? And I don't know, maybe the chat can help me with this. Everything I buy shrinks. Like, to an aggressive level, to the point where when I buy a shirt, it fits good. Within 2 months, it's like skin tight on me. And I don't know what we're doing wrong in my household with clothing.
It's not your body. It's not your body changing.
No, it's not. Okay. It's literally not. Like, I've been losing weight, and stuff like that I buy just shrinks and it shrinks and it shrinks and it shrinks. And it's just, I hate clothing at this point. Yeah. I'd rather just wear all polyester.
So right? I became basically a brand whore. I found what shirt doesn't shrink, stays the same size, doesn't fade, and I only buy shirts if they're made on that tag, which for me is Comfort Colors heavyweight.
Comfort Colors heavyweight.
But I also like a heavyweight. I know most people don't like heavyweight shirts. I like a heavyweight shirt. I don't like the thin
Dude, I live in Florida, bro. Well, you live in Texas. Isn't it hot?
It is, but I'd rather be in a shirt that I know is not going to shrink, because
is it pre-shrunk?
Yeah, they're pre-shrunk. The worst thing ever is when I buy, like, I used to buy shirts when I'd go to like concerts. I'd wear it once, and the next time I put it on, I'd lift my arms, and I'm like,
dude,
hey.
It's so, your belly buttons. It's so depressing. You go and you spend all this money on clothes, and they're good for one wear.
Yeah.
And then they're garbage, and it's like, oh my gosh. Well, luckily, they're not garbage in my house. They go to my kids. But still, it's frustrating. Like, oh, I really liked this shirt, and now I can't ever wear it again. So
I did on your last
wash
video.
Cold and dry low, take out once done. Okay, I'm gonna ask my
you
wife
could try washing it cold.
Okay, so what happened on my video?
Bro wears Comfort Colors. That's an L from the vintage. Oh, I hate the vintage community for the most part. Yeah, all those kids could. Well, never mind. I'm trying to be nice on this show because we have people actually paying attention. Nothing against the ones in Houston. You guys are awesome. But for the most part, like I saw Carrie's video, but stop recording, bro. And then I see a lot of people in Florida are like that as well. Like, you nerds are appropriating on a time that you didn't exist.
I know, right?
That's my culture that you're literally appropriating.
Literally, that shirt you want so bad, I owned.
Yeah, I saw it in concert at the show. So shut up. Somebody said be nice. Yeah, I'm trying. What was he saying? Oh, your last video, you were talking about trying to figure out like a lay flat system or something like that.
Yeah, I need to.
But you have a lot of clothes, you're just not into them.
I do. I just can't motivate myself to list them at all.
So why don't you just sell it as bundles on Whatnot? Just put them in a 12 by 12 8 box and be like, guys, this is a t-shirt bundle box. That's what we do.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that because I've got my shipping container has like 4 of my big giant shelves just stacked top to bottom with clothes. And then I've got a bunch of clothes here. I've got single stitch stuff. I've got good stuff. I don't
see, if you made a box, if you made a box of single stitch, you didn't even have to show people, but it'd be better if you did. Yeah. Just like a bundle of single stitch. I mean, I would personally bid on it, but I know other people would as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to do that. I mean, I just am so dispassionate about clothing. But I feel like I should get passionate because here's the thing. In Florida, I think the 2 easiest niches to do well in are glass and clothing. Vintage
all the
clothing,
elderly people.
Yeah, all the elderly people who are dying.
Yeah, and all the
that's
vintage.
what they've got. Exactly. They've got old clothes and they've got glassware, and it's just 2 things I can't get into. So I have to. I live in a retirement town. right? And so most people, when they come to my town and they go to the estate sales, are like, holy crap, your estate sales are so good. And I'm just like, I can't leave soon enough.
You're like, I hate all of this.
Them. Well, and the other thing is the estate sales, and I don't know if it's like this in Houston, but like they're very, what's the word? Like, clinical, like very, no one talks to each other. They're very quiet. It's like a library when you go into an estate sale here, right? No one wants to talk. They're all whispering, respecting the dead and stuff. And it's just not very fun. And I like garage sales because I can go in, I can clown around, I can have fun with people. Like, there's not someone mourning over in the corner. Like, it's just a real downer going to estate sales.
Yeah, see, I try to spice it up. I've only been to a few, but, it's just like, hey, what was the last piece of clothing they were wearing before they passed? And is it available? How much?
Walter Blake Knobloch. Any market for glass clothing?
Yeah.
I think so. I think that someone would buy that. And see what Panda said. Panda the Picker. I hate clothing so much. I used to hate clothing so much. Now that's 90% of what I do. I feel like that should be me. I feel like if I focused on clothing, I could make a ton of money.
So why don't you force yourself, especially since you are full time now, just force yourself this week. Go ahead and create it. Another bomb on the show. Create a clothing whatnot and just see how it goes.
Well, even if I didn't do whatnot, I think creating a way to easily list clothing would take a lot of the hurdles away. Because right now it's just like I've got this little 2-foot wide table that I can't even lay a full shirt on. I have literally nothing to put a shirt on to take a picture of it.
Is your home brick?
Concrete, yeah. It's Florida. Concrete and stucco.
So literally when you walk outside our door, we have the entryway and then we have like a partial brick wall that extends for the front room. I just I drilled it's perfect lighting. I just put a screw in between the grout, and that's where I just hung all my shirts. I'll hang all my clothing and take my photos.
I just don't have any open wall space.
Yeah, it sucks because I have to do it outside, but that's also why I don't list on.
Oh, you do it outdoors? I see.
Yeah, because the lighting's perfect.
Huh, that's interesting. Never thought about that.
Yeah, I just carry out like if it's 10 pieces because I think what are you saying? You trying to do like a certain amount a day? I take my 10 pieces on hangers, I take them outside, I get my photos, and then I go back in.
But that's how you do. You feel like I feel like clothing doesn't look that good on hangers. I feel like laying it flat looks better. I'm not a clothing reseller, but when I do try to do it on hangers, it like always kind of sagging at the shoulders and stuff.
It's somebody that used to always follow like the tech and sport daily refinement type thing. Like at the end of the day, people don't care about description. They don't care. They literally just want to, is it my size? Is it a good price? Is there anything? Okay, I want it.
Yeah.
I really don't think, I don't think even picture. I've seen Tech and Sports takes probably the worst photos of any eBay seller I've ever seen. And he's probably one of the top 10.
This?
Tech and Sports, one of the top 10 clothing resellers on eBay.
Tech and Sports. Someone always tells me it's about some new YouTuber or eBay.
He doesn't YouTube. It's him and Daily Refinement. They have their own podcast.
Okay.
But easily top 10 eBay seller. But he's getting out of the game because he's switching to real estate because he's made his millions in eBay and he's using that money on something else. But all of his photos, he used like a crappy like Canon Coolpix, like 4 megapixel. And still sold.
So I was just on the Reseller Information Network, and they're like all into the AI photo room stuff. Have you messed with this at all?
No, photo room I used to use exclusively when I believed that white backgrounds were a must.
But dude, now they can do artificial intelligence backgrounds, right? So they can like literally put them in a spot. Will you let me present? It's not going to be anything naughty there, buddy. I know you thought it was going to be.
Did you make it naughty?
Add it to the stream. It's down at the bottom there as like a guest. This is Tim over the years eBay store. And he like is comping them with photo room onto like this Texas hat is comped onto a football field.
Nice.
With photo room. And same with this. He's not actually outdoors taking a picture of this glassware. He's using AI to create a backdrop. There's a really cool piece of glass here. Hold on, let me find it. I think it's on page 2. And he says that it's like hugely increasing his sell-through rate to do that. Look at this thing. Look at this shot. That's literally in his living room.
And then you go to the second one and you see what it really was.
Well, exactly. He said he only does it for the hero shot, but don't you think if you're looking at this item and there's 50 pictures of it with a white background and then this, you're going to click on this one?
Yes and no. If it's like antique, obviously, yeah, but I think most people just care about price.
Yeah, like the hats on the foot. I think this looks cool. I do think that looks cool.
It looks great, but how much? I guess my thing is like the amount of time to go and do that. I know you can bulk on photo room, so it might not be that much time. But if you're switching backgrounds from football to beach and stuff like that, that added time that's where I wonder, is that added time actually worth the amount of sales?
Well, and is he getting a premium, right? Is he selling
Correct.
his hat for $10 more because he's got that sick background? I don't
Yeah.
know.
And he's paying for that premium to use Photo Premium.
I think they give it to him for free, but yes, I get your point. Yes, but I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It certainly made me want to toy around with it and kind of try a couple AI background things on some of my listings, see if it increases sell through at all or feels like it's increasing sell through. It definitely works well with the glass.
I think if you have one great main photo and the price is competitive, I think really that's all that matters. You know, just how I think like the reason Whatnot's so good is because society has a short attention span. So really, if you catch them with that first photo and you got a great price, I don't think it matters too much in my opinion. The flipping dude he said he used a mannequin. That's most people that sell clothes started out with a mannequin, and that's why it's because that is a pain in the ass to do photos.
All right, here, share this one. This is his bag he's selling.
I mean, the effort is next level.
It's got an airplane in the background. He had a wheat field behind something. I wonder if it sold, because I was looking at it. You know, you like click on someone's listing and then it sells for them.
Yeah.
He had like a box of corn wheats or whatever with a wheat field in the background. Yeah. Anyways, I think he's having fun with it too. But
so that's the other thing. Yeah, you're having a lot of fun, but I mean, again, it's time consuming to change all these backgrounds and do all that thing, and then you're also paying for it.
Yeah.
But the other thing, the Flipper just said it. The Flipper dude just said it, and then Harry as well. Like if somebody's putting all that time into the background, like what? Oh my God, what are they? What are they hiding?
Yeah,
it's like a car salesman. It's something untrustworthy about it. I think some people look at it as like, oh, okay, there's something going on.
He's got a log in a wheat field with a shredded wheat. I mean, it's literally just a box. But I mean,
for social media like sharing purposes, it's amazing. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. The time would have to transfer to the sales. Like if he saw an infinite spike in sales because of it, I'd be like, oh, well, that's genius.
He was saying he does. He said he sees a huge increase in sales with it.
Oh, well, then it's worth it.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to kind of play around. Yeah, he's in the comments, or him or Eric in the comments. Good. We sell like crazy, though. He said.
Awesome.
So I want to test it out. I'm going to try it. I think it's cool. Oh, and by the way, contractually obligated to say they have a coupon code over on their show now. So go get your discount from them.
For Photo Room?
Yeah, for Photo Room.
Yeah, I only had a 1-year deal with them, and then it went away, and I don't sell on eBay that much anymore, so I don't use there.
Yeah, you're not doing custom AI backgrounds for your Whatnot photos?
No, I'm not, but check this out. I got my first cease and desist from Whatnot. That was scary.
Did you really?
Yep, because they told me I can't sell my custom Whatnot hats. I was like, well, if you came out with merch, I wouldn't.
How did they know?
I'm sure somebody. I got haters. You don't understand.
You're selling them on Whatnot?
Yeah.
Oh, so just change the O in the last word to a U.
Well, yeah, I just put the hat like this.
No, just change that O to a U. You're good to go.
Whatnot?
Whatnot?
Got some Whatnot hats.
And make it orange. An orange Whatnot hat.
No, so I'm gonna just sell them on. I'm just gonna sell them on Instagram or like do them as giveaways. But I just told him, I was like, hey, make some merch, and I won't.
How many did you make?
Oh, I just made a small dozen. Just a dirty dozen.
Where does this thing? I don't know where it went. Someone sent me a plush that they had custom made for like something. It's a turtle. It's a cat turtle combo plush. And they said they bought 1,000 of them 2 years ago, and they still have over 900 left.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh boy.
Well, see, this is what happened. So I got the exact hat from the Art of Resale. He sent it to me. So I always wear this usually when I'm on Whatnot, and then people are constantly like, yo, I need a hat. And my merch game is pretty strong. So I was like, well, I can get these made ASAP. So I got them made, and then I got that message like, hey, I noticed you're selling Whatnot branded material.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, to be fair, I haven't sold any yet.
See, yeah, Cernoc's in there. See, I'm going to try it, Cernoc. I think it's exciting. I'm excited about this AI background stuff. And, Chris isn't really a good one to talk to since he sells everything on Whatnot with crappy pictures anyways. But I'm going to try it out for sure. I think
Knobloch has it. I got to do it like that with the question mark.
Yeah, what?
What nut?
What nut?
What nut? And just be like a blacklight hat.
It's so funny that you bootlegged Whatnot on Whatnot.
It's me, man. I have to.
I mean, you only had, how many did you sell?
2. I have 10 more. I'm saving some for FlipCon, and then I'll probably do giveaways with some of them. It's more like just like because I reached out to them because I actually have like a direct contact with somebody from Whatnot, because I've done a sponsored show for them before, and I was just like, hey, I'm speaking about my journey and my selling on Whatnot at a convention. Here's the link to the convention. Like, send me some swag to give out to these people. And they're like, so they've been dragging the ball and sending me stuff to give out. So I was just like, I'll just make my own.
Yo, what do you think about Drip Shop?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, exactly. They've been reaching out to me, and it's like a Whatnot competitor.
Oh, like Jamble?
Yeah.
Has Jamble reached out to you?
No, the Pop Shop or something has.
Pop
Sugar, Pop whatever. Those two have reached out to me, and they're like, yo, we want you to exclusively come to us. And I'm like, I mean, I'm open to it, but I need like literally all the money I would have earned on Whatnot because you have no people on your platform. So, if I was going to sell $4,000 a month, you're going to have to give me $4,000 a month to talk about you and not sell on Whatnot. Because they basically want me to not sell on Whatnot.
So this is something I'll have to check out. Apparently Whatnot just didn't update. They require you.
I saw that, yeah.
I don't know if I think it's for your store because so many people because you can now sync items from store. I don't think it is about for auction items. I think it's for actually if you have a store on there because a lot of people will just create a listing and it just says like hat, but there's no picture.
Yeah. So. Well, I've done that because just as far as time management goes, if you've just got, let's say you're doing an auction where you're doing pick one, right? You've got 3 items. You get to choose one if you win. Have you ever done that kind of auction?
Yeah. Like you pick and choose.
So how do you take a picture of that?
Exactly. Because you don't know what they're going to choose.
Yeah. You don't know what they're going to choose. And that's where the struggle is. Like, here's 3 hats, you bid, and then everyone wants this hat. I don't know. I just don't know if it's going to work. I think that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. So again, I had this thing when I was full-time eBay. I never said anything bad on social media because for whatever reason in my brain, I feel like they're listening. Yeah. But with Whatnot, I can say without it sounding bad, they're pushing some things. I think they're trying to do too much in certain fields that they maybe need to just work on like the tech side because there's still a lot of people that have freezing shows and lag.
I know.
And stuff like that. So like they've just unrolled in beta. I was asked about it. I didn't want to do it, but sponsorships. So now you can like charge people to be sponsors.
Really?
Yeah, like Instagram. You know how they came out with that?
I know, but it sounds
well. I think Carrie has one, right? He has a subscription on his Instagram where like $5 a month he'll send you exclusive content.
Oh, I didn't know.
You can actually become a subscriber for a monthly fee on Whatnot now. It's in beta for certain people. And I'm just like, what am I going to give these people? I guess you can offer those exclusive members get like a 10% discount on shipping, and you could do a subscription person only stream and things like that.
Interesting. Yeah, there's all types of ways. Whatnot or what YouTube did to me is they said, "Hey, turn on memberships. We'll give you $500 just to turn it on."
And you're just like,
platform. I'm like, yeah, turning it on. And they also did this additional thing. You get an extra $500 if you get 30 people to sign up. So
you're like, okay, so is that per channel?
Yeah. I went and checked. And I told Carrie and Kevin, and they all checked, and it was only my one Flipper channel that had that offer.
Oh wow.
But, heck yeah, I'm turning that on $500 for free. And then I'll take that all day.
And then you just get online. You're like, I need 30 of you.
And that's exactly what I said. What I said is get 30 people to sign up, and I'll give away a Rolo because then they give me 300. I get 300. I give away 200 of it in a Rolo printer form.
We don't speak about Rolo on here, but I'll let
Fine, IDPRT, whatever you like.
I'll let it slide.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I did get 30 people to sign up, so I guess I'm a little bit of a sellout.
How did you get did you purchase the Rolo, or did Rolo give you one to give away?
I have to go buy one.
Okay, I was about to say, because you have...
I'm going to buy it on Amazon.
You have male genitalia, so I don't know how Rolo would have given you anything.
No, they never have responded to a single email from me.
No, so. Yeah, they've elected one man to be a sponsor, and that was Dalton.
Okay.
And then they never share any of his stuff. Even when they give him stuff to give away, they never share it when he does the giveaways.
Yeah, IDPRT sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I do like me a $70 wireless printer.
Dude, you gotta go to the dentist, bro.
I need to?
You said you had dentist appointments and you had to leave after an hour.
Oh, yeah. I don't have dentist appointments. The children do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We probably should. We pretty should. Yeah, everybody's like, hey, this has been longer than an hour. I have to get back to work. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Houston. Yeah. What does Houston need to organize? Let's do it. Let's organize Houston somehow.
Let's do it.
Come organize this office too while you're at it. Sweet, man. Well, this was awesome. I never just.
It was okay.
I just turn shows off. I don't ever have like Zach. What do you want? You want anything?
I want to see Zach. What's Zach look like?
Zach.
Is he a kid of yours?
Zach doesn't exist.
Is there no one named Zach?
No, it's just so it looks like I'm more professional than I am.
Dang. Hey, you got me. You got me. I'm impressed.
Where do you get a iDerped?
IDPRT on Amazon.
Tell you got an affiliate link?
No, I've never. They didn't respond to me either.
Well, that makes me feel good. Inside.
No printer company responds to me ever.
Is that the one that a rural guys? I swear we're wrapping up. A rural squirrel got a sponsorship from a wireless printer company.
It could have been them. And
I messaged and I was like, "Yo, I hate Rollo. How can I make this happen?" Because there's just pink, and I was like, "I'll promote a pink one. I don't care."
Wireless printer.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, got one on Amazon for cheap Bluetooth. See, that's it. Zach is Stacy. No, Stacy's not here. I don't know where she is. I think she's getting her feet done or something.
She was messaging in here earlier.
I know. That's why I think she's getting her feet done down the street. She's just like watching the stream. And
okay.
I don't like people touching my feet. So
it's weird because I like touching your feet. So it's full
I
circle.
said people. I didn't say you.
Okay.
Calm down. Stacy's still in a stream.
Foot massage.
This is guys. I didn't promote anything. FlipCon. Buy tickets. Flipcon.net.
.net? Is it really .net?
It's .net. Couldn't afford
the .com.
Save money on .com.
Let me take a look.
Are you going to be the MC?
I'm doing something. Josh will tell you. He's here. Josh, what am I doing? I don't know. I might be on a panel. I've heard. That's the word. Bird is the word. Oh, they're $80 right now? What are $80?
The Bluetooth wireless ID.
That's cheap, man. That's really cheap.
I might buy one just to do a giveaway. Just so I can
maybe, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away one of those so I get to keep more money, and I'm just going to write Rollo on it. Boom.
Yeah, I was going to get
Got
one.
him.
I was going to do Frollo. Put an F in front of it.
ID, PRT, wireless. Dude, yeah, how do I get in contact with these guys? $99.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Prime. Amazon Prime. You gonna do any Prime shopping? I mean, you shouldn't because you just almost spent $1,100.
I got no money, bro. I remember that big lucrative job I quit. I'm still adjusting to that.
Hey, I've always said that every time I get a cease and desist, I'm going to put it on a T-shirt. You
should.
I'm just
with
getting
with your arrest. $86 for the pink one.
That's awesome.
Dude, if this is actually good, like, why are people buying Rollos?
Because why do people buy Lululemon when you can get the same athletic pants at Target? It's because we're all brand whores.
They are, in a sense. I mean, there's some value. Like, I think Philadelphia cream cheese tastes better than Publix cream cheese. That's just the way it is.
I've never been a fan, so I don't know.
I mean, but I will eat cream cheese, can you?
No, yeah, but I will tell you that I'm more of a fan of Impossible than Beyond, like we said earlier.
Dude, you eat that fake cheese stuff? That stuff is weird.
To be fair, I only eat one brand.
Okay, what is it? Because the stuff I've had has been weird.
I only eat, I think it's called Violife, and it's the only one that melts.
Okay.
It's the only one that melts.
Yeah, they don't melt.
The rest of them, it's literally plastic, which, of course, if you eat American classic singles, it's not cheese either. It doesn't melt.
Velveeta is bomb, baby.
I'm not going to lie to you. I used to be a fan of Velveeta in the little can of Rotel.
Dude, yes, with some chips.
I used to Hey, I'm using a Dymo right now, so shout out Dymo. I still use Dymo.
I'm using a Zebra.
See? But I will say that this is my second Dymo. The first one exploded, so they do have a lot of issues. But this one has not.
Yep.
Sweet.
You were discerning about cream cheese, sure.
Let me see. Let's finish one more thing, and then we got to get here. I like that one time the artery cell walked up to a car Dave was sitting in, and Dave was like, "Hey, Daddy."
That's I do call him Daddy pretty often.
So this stream, I mean, I tell everybody Dave's going to be on. We get Harold Tornado, we get WBK, we get freaking Dan in Demand. We've had a lot of big people on. The Flip World Army showed up. I mean, it was a great show.
Good show.
So yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. Bye, everyone.
Is it over yet?
Yeah, I just